preventive measures for mucormycosis, because the prevention is better than the treatment. So, which are the preventive measures to prevent this disease? So, preventive measures are, it is very common in a diabetic patient or the patient with the steroid therapy that we are using to treat the COVID patient. So, we have to strict monitor for the blood sugar level, strict glycemic control should be there. So, our aim should be to maintain blood sugar level between 130 to 180 milligram percent, and also we have to keep HbA1c below 6.5. Using of steroid should be limited. It should not be used in a mild cases when patient not requiring oxygen. Only you have to start the steroid therapy after 5 days of infection when there are increasing the cytokine markers and patient requiring oxygen therapy. So, steroid is absolutely contraindicated in mild cases. Other preventive measures are the cleanliness of surrounding, personal cleanliness, personal hygiene, that is very important to prevent bacterial, viral and the fungal infection. So, hospital infection control advisory system should be there for maintaining disinfection and the sterilization protocol. So, and for that continuous education program for doctors, interns, nursing staff, paramedicals and housekeeping staff. Preventive measures are, we are using humidifier or the oxygen flow meter for to deliver the oxygen. So, that humidifier, that the water which we are using in a humidifier or the flow meter bottle, that should be RO water or the distilled water. Tap water should not be used. That increase the chances of the mucormycosis infection. That is compulsory. Also, the normal saline we should not be used for the humidifier water. That cause the crusting and that decrease the flow. So, like the water, also you have to clean that humidifier or the flow meter with soap water or diluted betadine solution and clean with hot water, dry it before use, and it should be we have to do every 48 hours. So, you have to clean humidifier, you have to clean flow meter bottle and you have to use RO water or the distilled water for the humidifier. No tap water, no normal saline. Other preventive measures means the oxygen delivering devices like oxygen tubing, oxygen mask, nasal cannula, NIV mask, NRBM mask, etc. These masks, these devices should get cleaned with soap water and then disinfect with the 7% of alcohol or 1% of hypochlorite solution, and it should be you have to do on a daily basis. The monitors or the ventilators that we are using for patient monitoring, that should be cleaned with soap water, wipe with the soap water and then disinfect with the 7% alcohol or 1% hypochlorite solution. When patient is on a ventilator, invasive or non-invasive ventilatory support, then we should use the disposable breathing circuit in 2 sets. First set of the circuit we should use maximum 5 days and then use another one. First one is sterilized with the ETO or by other sterilizing method and change it in every 5 days interval. Compulsory use of HME filter at expiratory end and change it on a regular basis. Patient bed should be clean on daily basis. So, all these precautions you have to take to prevent mucormycosis. Now, we see the patient hygiene. Patient bed sheets, patient cloths, patient sponging we should do on a daily basis. Maintain patient's oral hygiene by gargling with saline or the betadine solution thrice a day to clean the flora of the mouth and to prevent the infection. Nostril and eyes cleaning on a daily basis. Treating doctor and the nursing staff should take care, means they should maintain their hygiene with clean hands and the clean gloves. Face mask is compulsory. Strict aseptic precaution during any invasive and the non-invasive procedure like the IV cannulation or catheterization or the Foley's catheter or the Ryle's tube insertion, all invasive procedure or central line procedure. And patient should serve nutritious, fresh and hot diet and the clean water. Now we will see the structural cleanliness. Structural cleanliness means ICU or ward should be clean, well aerated with adequate light. Exhaust fan should be there. Fan or AC cleaning and maintenance should be on a regular basis. Walls and roof of ICU ward should be clean and dry, no any moist or no any leakages there. Windows and doors should be clean without dust. Floor cleaning and mopping with disinfectants like 1% hypochlorite solution at least thrice a day. Toilet, bathroom, wash basin should be clean. Dustbin should be covered and biomedical waste material should be disposed of properly as per rule. So, I would like to audit these preventive measures. Every hospital should do the auditing system. In this audit system, structural audit, patient cleanliness audit and patient devices, the devices which we are using for patient treatment. So, in equipment cleaning, just now I explained the humidifier, the RO water or the distilled water only used and changed twice a day. Also that humidifier or flow meter bottle should get clean for every 48 hourly with soap water or the betadine water, and we should use it after dry. Oxygen delivering devices cleaning on daily basis, then ventilator tubing or that get clean on a daily basis. HME filter, that is mandatory on a expiratory limb, and ventilator monitors that also get clean on every day. So, mucormycosis nowadays is common on our COVID patients. So, after treatment of the COVID and when we are discharging to the patient, we have to educate to the patient and what we advise to the patient during time of discharge. So, you have to do reference from the ENT specialist and from the ophthalmologist to rule out the mucormycosis signs and symptoms, and you educate the patient how to monitor these signs and symptoms and which are the signs and symptoms are there for this mucormycosis infection. So, for example, abnormal black discharge or the crust from the nose, headache, eye pain, swelling around eyes, redness of eyes, difficulty for chewing and the mouth opening. So, patient should consult to the doctor immediately, and there should be regular treatment and follow up as advised. Strict control and the monitoring of the blood sugar level is very important, and regular medication and follow up for the other comorbidities, and like this we have to control mucormycosis.